Gamuda's Singapore branch has secured a 509.568 million Singapore dollar or 1.77 billion ringgit design and construction contract for the West Coast Station and Tunnel. Gamuda says this project marks its first independent venture in Singapore without joint venture partners, which it says showcases the group's strong delivery track record in the region and solidifying its role as a key player in the city-state's transportation infrastructure development. The project is part of Singapore's 15-kilometre cross-island line Phase 2 MRT line, which is also Singapore's 8th MRT line, comprising 6 stations. According to Gamuda's boss filing, the contract had been awarded by the Singapore Land Transport Authority and includes the construction of 1 underground station and 2 tunnels covering approximately 1.9 kilometres. The commencement is scheduled within the first quarter of 2024, with completion expected by 2032, and is anticipated to make a positive contribution to revenue and earnings for FY 2024. This is Gamuda's second railway project in Singapore after the Defu Station and Tunnels, and its third infrastructure project after the Gali Batu multi-storey bus depot. Meanwhile, Gamuda reported a net profit of 195 million for its first quarter of FY 2024, a stark difference compared with the 1.168 billion it posted in the previous year's corresponding quarter. It should be noted this discrepancy was due to the earnings of 1 billion it made from the sale of its highways last year. Quarterly revenue doubled year-on-year to 2.8 billion on the back of higher contribution from its overseas projects. It declared a single-tier interim dividend of 6 cents per share. On its prospects, Gamuda anticipates that this year's performance will be driven by overseas construction activities, with projects in Australia and Taiwan gaining momentum. Gamuda says this is underpinned by its construction order book of 26 billion and unbilled property sales of 6.7 billion ringgit. Axiata Group has embarked on a plan to shift towards becoming a ServeCo and FiberCo via the structural transformation of its Indonesian subsidiaries, XL Axiata and LinkNet. In a statement, the telco conglomerate said that both of its Indonesian units had reached non-binding agreements to transfer LinkNet's fixed broadband business, including its 750,000 customers, to XL Axiata and to roll out an additional 2 million new homes passed by LinkNet. Upon completion, XL Axiata will leverage LinkNet's extensive fiber optics network with minimal investment and become the second largest fixed broadband provider in Indonesia with 1 million customers. Meanwhile, LinkNet will be able to concentrate on its network development and become a leading wholesale fiber co, with plans to invite investors to partner with them. Axiata said that XL Axiata and LinkNet will proceed to set out a binding agreement for the terms, which will be carried out in compliance with prevailing regulations, including that of the Indonesian Financial Services Authority related to affiliated transactions and material transactions. Group CEO cum Managing Director Vivek Sood said with strategic priorities clearly outlined, Axiata will drive performance improvements and accelerate profitable growth across Indonesia and other geographic footprints to deliver on the full potential of the group's digital telcos, digital business and infrastructure segments, supported by focused capital allocations. IOI Properties Group plans to acquire 5-star hotel W Kuala Lumpur located in Jalan Ampang for 270 million cash from Tropicana Corp. In Tropicana's boss filing, the group said IOI Prop via its indirect subsidiaries IOI PFCC Hotel and Flora Development have signed a sale and purchase agreement with Tropicana Residences for the proposed disposal. Notably, this is the second major acquisition made by tycoon Lee Yao Seng, CEO and IOI Prop major shareholder, after his private firm Shenton 101 emerged as the sole bidder to redevelop Singapore's Shenton House for about 538 million Sing dollars. Tropicana highlighted that the proposed disposal of the WKL represents an opportunity for the group to immediately unlock the value of its investment asset, as the disposal consideration translates to a price per key of approximately 1.8 million and is expected to provide an estimated net pro forma gain on disposal of approximately 7.41 million ringgit. The original cost of investment in WKL is approximately 364.01 million, comprising the purchase consideration of about 43.45 million for the land, which was completed in 2010, as well as year-to-date development costs amounting to around 320.56 million as at October 31st, 2023. The WKL stands at 25 stories with 150 rooms, and as at end December 2022, its audited net book value was around 265 million ringgit. MyEG Lodging NC, a subsidiary of e-government service provider MyEG Services, has signed a 30-year lease agreement with Penang Development Corp to develop a foreign workers village project worth 108 million ringgit. The lease agreement, valued at 20.4 million, grants MyEGL the rights to build and operate the workers village and related facilities on an 8.39-acre land parcel in Batu Kawan Industrial Park 3, Seberang Perai Selatan, Penang. The agreement was signed by MyEG non-independent, non-executive Director Datuk Muhammad Jimmy Wong Abdullah and PDC CEO Datuk Aziz Bakar, witnessed by Penang Chief Minister Chow Kon Yew. The primary objective of the project is to provide foreign workers accommodation solutions to the private sector, especially for small and medium enterprises. Wong said MyEG is honoured to support the cause as the group fully understands its significance and impact. He elaborates that to the group, the project is more than a housing project, rather it's a comprehensive solution addressing the challenges faced by the foreign labour workforce. Meanwhile, Aziz said working on this project with MyEGL signifies a substantial step in alleviating housing and security concerns of Penangites with a focus on sustainable development. The workers' village will offer medium-density residences capable of housing at least 8,000 foreign workers and is expected to be completed by the fourth quarter of 2025, according to MyEG. Malaysia's tourism sector is anticipated to fully recover by next year, with the tourist arrivals surpassing pre-COVID-19 levels, driven by better flight connectivity and increased visitors from China and India, according to Tourism Malaysia Deputy General of Promotion, Datuk Musa Yusof. Speaking at the Bursa Malaysia HLIB Stratum Focus Series 16 event titled Tourism Welcoming a New Dawn, Musa cited revenge travel in the post-pandemic era, which reflects a surge in tourist activity as individuals explore multiple destinations for their holidays. He added that more eco-friendly infrastructure and sustainable options are also increasingly sought after among tourists, who range from business travellers seeking leisure time as well as a more recent trend, digital nomads who can work from anywhere. Following a remarkable increase to 14.4 million tourist arrivals in the 9 months of 2023, Malaysia has revised its full-year forecast upwards by 19% to 19.1 million, up from its initial forecast of 16.1 million. Musa adds that it is now heading towards the third phase of its strategic plan, namely strengthen and boost, as the country gears up for Visit Malaysia 2026. Meanwhile, the current depreciation of the Malaysian ringgit against the US dollar will also boost the country's tourism sector, said Hong Leong Investment Bank Head of Research Jeremy Goh. According to Goh, in terms of currency depreciation, Malaysia is actually second after Thailand in the Southeast Asia region, adding that hotel costs here are also cheaper compared to Singapore and Indonesia. According to Tourism Malaysia, the post-pandemic top 10 rankings of tourist arrivals to Malaysia is led by visitors from Singapore, followed by Indonesia, Thailand, China, Brunei, India, South Korea, Vietnam, Australia and the Philippines.